I'm back. I couldn't stop myself from buying some extra witchy makeup products, so I thought I'd do just a wrap-up video of everything that I had that I didn't include in the previous video and then didn't try again with Vanda, plus those like few new things, but everything in this video is going to be new. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. I'm not going to go into so much information about the prices that I paid for everything this time because I feel like that made the other video really long. I'm just going to give the shop price that you can get this for, or I think there's like one item that you can't buy in shops anymore, maybe two, that I'm just going to give the price that you can most likely find it for on Amazon or on eBay, so stay tuned. So I have two primers to try out. This is becoming a thing, like the two primers. One of these I didn't realise was a primer, I thought it was a finishing spray, so that's my fault. The first one is Prime Magic by W7. W7 I mentioned before was cruelty free. I don't think this is one of their vegan products though. This is just a little squidgy tube of clear silicone-y stuff. Kind of looks like one of those Smashbox primers that anyone is using. I don't have money for those sorts of things, so I don't have that. But yeah, it's just like a clear gel, and it's meant to fill in pores, and I have like big pores in this area, so I thought that'd be good. This is £6.95 on the W7 website, which is actually one of the more expensive things that they sell. You can get it for much less on Amazon or eBay. It's like £3.99 or £3.95, something around those lines. I don't know if you can see, but inside the tube it looks kind of like broken up and like there's like air in there, which is really weird. It's not like full. And I have picked these up in the shops and they also look like this, so that's just very weird and concerning. So I'm going to go ahead and sploot this on my face. Ugh. That was weird and unpleasant. So there we go. It has like no discernible smell, and it does feel very slippery and weird and silicone-y. Sort of like the if you ever use the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse primer, I don't know if they still make that, but it feels a lot similar. I'm already using a pore minimizer today. I usually use it like every day. It's the Botanical Lab Willow Bark Pore Minimizer, which is really nice, and it's like fights blemishes. That's good to have. It looks like it's done something. I don't think I'll be able to tell until I put foundation over the top. The other thing that I have, and which I'm going to prime just the rest of my face with, is this. It's from Colourpop. This is the first Colourpop product that I've ever had. I bought this on eBay because I don't think you can buy it from Colourpop anymore. I think it's from a range they don't do anymore. But this is the Colourpop Rose Quartz Crystal Priming Spray, 55ml in this glass bottle, and it's pink. There's no actual piece of rose quartz in there. With like some of the perfumes that are like crystal themed that you can get at like Urban Outfitters, you do get a piece of crystal in there, which I think is cool, but this doesn't have that. I have no idea how much this was originally because I can't find it on the Colourpop website because it's discontinued, but you can still buy it online for £15 from various eBay sellers and Amazon sellers. I bought mine for significantly less than that, but I think I was just lucky, so I'm gonna spray this on my... Oh, I hate doing this. It's like waiting for a gun to go off. Ugh! Well, that's a weird smell and or taste. So I originally thought that was a setting spray because it made sense to me that it would be a setting spray, but it does say spray and then apply makeup, so there you go. My face feels wet. I don't know how long it's going to take to dry, and it does have a smell which is sort of like almost non-existent, but I guess kind of floral, very watered down floral smell. So there's that. I don't hate either of those products. I find it kind of hard to judge a primer straight away, but my face is still wet. We'll just wait for that to dry, I guess. So after that I'm going to put on my regular just foundation, concealer stuff, and then I will be back once my face is dry and applied to test some of the going over the top I'm back looking very matte and ghost-like. I've just used my normal foundation, colour correction concealer, powder, blush, because I don't have a blush to do, and I've done what it is I normally do to my eyebrows, which is just basically to brush them and put clear gel in them. I wouldn't say I'm noticing a huge amount of difference using the two primers. I think the most difference I'm seeing is from the W7 one around this area. The pores do look a lot smaller and more like filled in. Usually I get these little flesh coloured spots on top of my pores, which is basically just foundation going into the little holes. I don't have that. It's also really mattifying, like even before I put foundation or powder or anything on, my nose was essentially matte. So you have that. It's very mattifying, and yeah, it feels quite comfortable. I don't know if it's going to break me out later. My suspicion is that it will, because it's pore filling, but there's a trade-off there. You can't really get like fill-in pores without that filling in causing pore issues. So moving right along, I'm going to do some highlighter. I haven't really ever used highlighter a huge amount. I think the highlighters I've used in this video is basically the only times that I've used highlighters. But the one that I have, I actually found in Boots, because I tried to go to an actual shop for you guys. This is the Mega Moon highlighter from Makeup Obsession at Boots. Look how shiny and hollow this package is. I love it. I mean, it is plastic, but it's also hollow, so I'm torn. And I thought this would be, if I can get the bastard thing open, a good dupe for anyone who liked the Telepathy one in the Kat Von D palette, which I've since sold, because it's a purple highlight, which is like this kind of nice sugary lavender colour. It does look quite chunky in the pan, but on your finger it actually looks really smooth and like basically invisible, because I got sunburn yesterday, but it looks quite nice and like nice and tame and lilac-y. It's probably not as pigmented as the Kat Von D one, but we're going to give it a go. So I'm just going to brush some of this onto my face. This was only £3, by the way, and that's like in a shop like Boots, obviously, and it is also cruelty free, and this one is vegan, so everyone can be happy. It looks kind of silvery, which I'm not mad about, because I didn't want it to be like bright purple and on my face. But yeah, I like that actually. It does what it's meant to do. It's a little bit glowy, a little bit bright. I'm starting to look at the Tin Man. I wish I put less of this on now. I got carried away! Oh, I'm just gonna do that. That helped a little bit. No, it didn't, but okay. It's good. In competent hands again. You have to remember, in competent hands, these would be good. But yeah, really like the Mega Moon highlighter. £3. Can't really go wrong for that. And obviously it's called Moon, so that's a little bit witchy, and I really like that. Also, I like the logo of Makeup Obsession with this little star over it, because you can pretend it's a little pentacle. Can you tell I haven't had much sleep? It's not been a good day. I'm actually just doing this because I want to cheer myself up, so I thought, why not play with a bunch of crap that I bought on the internet? On that theme, we have the Under Your Spell palette from Makeup Revolution. This is the box. It has like a nice little kind of magic wand there that looks a bit like a dandelion floof. This, I believe, was a Halloween palette that they came out with last year. So you can't buy it in the shop anymore. I couldn't find it on their website, but you can buy it all over Amazon and eBay. It costs between like £8.99, £5, that sort of price mark. Unlike many other Makeup Revolution palettes, which kind of disappoint me usually because the box usually has such pretty art on, and then this is usually like a blank black palette with just Makeup Revolution on it. This actually has original packaging, so it's got this kind of matte lilac colour. It says Under Your Spell on it in like silvery writing, gold writing, rose gold writing. And then, why am I so bad at opening stuff? Right. So this came to me in the post, and I just opened it when it got here to make sure it was okay. One of these shades, I think it was Bewitched, was a little bit crushed in transit, but because they're so creamy, like the powders, I could just smoosh it back into the pan. So here we have our colours. There's not like a huge amount there in terms of, well, there are no mattes to start with, and there are no like transition shades or anything. This is basically all shimmers. So the colours we have are Sorcery, Charmed, Bewitched, Enchanted, Siren Song, which is a really lovely like aquamarine colour, Magic Spell, Voodoo Doll, which I also like, and Love Potion, which is really pretty. So basically just a mix of like pinks and purples, and then we've got some like golds and deeper like metal colours at the top, and a nice big mirror. So I'm gonna use that in a second to do my eyeballs. Makeup Revolution is also cruelty free, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to do some base colours with the Naked palette that I have depotted just because it's right here and it's mostly like neutrals. My eyes, and then just leave it there because I'm lazy. So I'm just going to swatch these for you really quickly, and here is inserted footage of me doing that. This is Sorcery, Charmed, Bewitched and Enchanted. Sorcery, which is the first one, like on the left, and Bewitched, which is the second from the last one. They swatched really easily, like one pass, and they were all creamy and good to go. Charmed was a little bit more difficult, I had to go over that a couple of times with my finger, and Enchanted is just barely there, but I do kind of like that shade as well, it's quite neutral. And now for the bottom row. These are the more colourful, exciting ones. So you've got, starting from the end nearest this patch of eczema, Siren Song, Magic Spell, Voodoo Doll, and Love Potion. Siren Song swatched like really, really easily and really pretty. The rest also didn't really have a problem with, although Voodoo Doll isn't showing up too well. But I like all of these colours. I just don't know how well they're going to work together once I get them near my eyes, but once I've micellar watered my arm, we will get into how that actually looks. I continue. I know my camera's probably not picking this up too well, but I just noticed on the box it says that this is a makeup pigment palette and not an eyeshadow palette, and that is usually the case, I've learned from watching many a video, where something isn't FDA approved for the eyes and may cause staining, and there's a slight blue tinge to my eyes. It says that the pigment's in shade 6. I have no idea which one that is. I mean, numerically it would be this one, but it's the blue one that seems to be causing the issues. But there does seem to be a little bit of staining on my arm, but not a huge amount. So I think that's the bluest part. Without further ado, I'm going to slap these on my eyes. Woo! Move myself just a teeny bit closer. I've decided from the colours that I'm probably going to use like these. It would help if these were in shot. That's my very cunning I'm recording in here sign that everyone ignores. So the one I'm going to use is like Enchanted, Love Potion and Voodoo Doll, because they seem to be in the same kind of colour family. These two, especially this one, they look so pretty, but I'm just going to get in a mess if I try and use that because I don't really know what I'm doing where it comes to blue eyeshadow. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to pink or purple eyeshadow either, but I'm going to try my best because it's all fun and games really, isn't it? So what I'm going to do first off is just try and apply some Voodoo Doll with my big brush, just to try and get that colour all over the lid. It doesn't seem to want to come off on the brush, which is a teeny bit concerning. Oh my god, nothing's happening. So I'm really digging my brush around in there, and if you can see on my hand, very little is happening. Like, okay, it's building up a little bit, but yeah, those are not as pigmented as I would have hoped for, but hopefully that means that I will get into a mess with them slower. I'm just going to have a very shiny lilac this area of my face. Ooh, okay. I actually quite like that. I was expecting this to be like a little bit unwearable, but you could definitely get away with this on like the day-to-day. Ooh, I was going to put this straight back on eBay to be honest, but now I'm not so sure. I like this colour. Flash forward to me in like 25 minutes, just completely lavender from head to toe going, I overdid it. I overdid it. So I've gone bold. I've put that all over my lids. It's quite sparkly and pretty. I feel like a fairy princess, which is always good. I'm just going to add a little bit of this like darker aubergine glittery colour that I just happen to have in my palette. The other palette that I'm working from. Oh, that was a lot. Ooh, honestly, I could stop there. I feel very fairyish, but nevertheless, I shall persist. Some spray on this, and I'm going to try and put, I think, Love Potion on the actual lid, and then use Enchanted as a sort of highlighting colour. Okay, that really nicely mixed into quite a nice like eye paint. So it definitely likes, I need to mirror closer to my face. Definitely works well with the old fixing spray on the brush trick. Yeah, so I definitely don't rate that as like an inner eye shade. You can kind of see what's going on here. I know I said I wasn't going to, but hubris. I'm now going to try and put some of that blue one just under my lash line, just because I want to see how it reacts when I try and like use it with setting spray, which I put down somewhere and can't find. It's just to see what the colour payoff is like using it on the face. That's very blue. Oh dear. I now just look like I'm auditioning to be on... Does anyone remember Tribe? Shows on like Channel 5. It was just teenagers with like crazy makeup. That's my inspiration for this look. Me. Like, I wouldn't go to Tesco like this because I look like a space bandit. But it's amusing me in this very dark moment in my life. And that's all I needed to do. Also, if a predator tries to catch me, they'll be confused as to which way I'm looking because it looks like I have two eyelids now. Oh god, I look crazy. But I have to say, that blue colour is actually really nice. A sane person could have obviously made that work just using a normal brush, but... So, I actually really like this palette. I will be keeping it to use for like less crazy days. There's some good selection of colours in there. It's just one you're definitely going to have to mix with other palettes if you do get it. But I didn't have any of those like pink glittery shades or blue, so that's nice. This last thing for the eyes, this is the last thing for my eyes, you'll be happy to hear, is by CYO. It is a kohl gel liner. This was £3.50, but I got it in a buy one get one half price with the moon highlighter, so it was £6.50 in total, and then obviously knocked some money off. I was just really impressed with it because I feel like every witch needs a good black pencil liner. It does a really good line, quite fine, and you don't have to sharpen it, you can just twist up the bottom part. And CYO is also a cruelty-free brand, so you could do worse in terms of eye pencil is what I'm saying. And I'm now going to tightline my eyes off camera, which will be grateful to be rid of this spectre. I'm back. I have to say my eyes are not enjoying being eyelined as much as they usually do. I don't know if it's like glitter from the eyeshadow getting into my eyes or if it's the eye pencil itself, but they are a little bit watery now. I went ahead and also put on some mascara, which is the Dark Magic one from Maybelline that I tested in the last video. Yeah, I quite like it. It's an okay eyeliner. I'll have to see if it like hurts my eyes when I use it just on its own. I got told by a magazine about 20 years ago that because of the shape of my eyes, I should eyeline like this top part 2/3 and then this part 1/3 to make them look like a good shape. I have no idea, but I just took that as gospel, and that's just what I've been doing for the rest of my life. Also, the first time that I tried liquid eyeliner, I tried to like tightline my eye with it, and don't do that because it was one of those ones with a bottle which you like dip into. It wasn't like a pen, and I blinked and like literally the whole of my eyeball went black, and it scared the shit out of me. I thought I was gonna go blind or die or something. So I actually quite like this. If you ignore the blue stuff that I did, which, I mean, it has hidden my under eye bags, there is no denying that. If you just ignore that whole crazy episode, this part does look quite nice, and like a sort of soft romantic look with a twinge of fairy, so I'm enjoying that. And I have 3 lipsticks to show you because I have no self-control when it comes to lips. I bought all of these online, and I have to say that none of these are cruelty-free. 2 of them are from NYX, NYX, which you'll be familiar with if you watch Drag Race like I do. But NYX is itself apparently meant to be cruelty-free, like NYX products aren't tested on animals, but they are owned by L'Oreal, and L'Oreal do test on animals, so I guess it depends how far down the rabbit hole you want to go on animal cruelty. I cannot get into this. Anyway, Oh, that's a satisfying noise. Make the noise, live for the noise. Right, anywho, that didn't help me much. But yeah, they are not, I guess, cruelty free. By my standards, no matter how satisfying their packaging is. So I got 2 of these products. This one I actually bought from Peacocks. They come in these like plastic blister packs, and they do like random, I guess, end of line makeup or something in Peacocks. So this was £3. RRP is £9. So it's sort of like an eBay, but that you can go to, and it's randomly in Peacocks. This is so hard to open. Oh my god, it's like they don't want me getting in here. I did it. Ooh. Now we all remember what a mess I got into with dark purple liquid lipstick when I did the video with Vanda, so that's option 1, which ironically we're going to get to third. The other 2 options are ones I'm more excited about. So I got this one also from NYX, but this is from eBay. This is the NYX Makeup Professional Suede Matte Lipstick, and it's in the shade Smudge Me. This is in the shade Dark Magic. Now, I realise it's meant to be probably like, smudge my lipstick, that kind of dirty, gross innuendo. But there's another one in this range called Violet Smoke, and I guess reading that and then getting to Smudge Me made me think of smudge sticks. And because it's grey, it made me think of like the smudgy smoke from Sage. So that's why I got it, and it's this quite nice grey colour. I say nice grey colour, but I've tried black lipstick before, and I've tried like dark purple lipstick before, but never like a grey shade, so I thought that'd be quite nice. I'm going to swatch all these individually and then put one on my mouth, or maybe 2 on my mouth, we'll see. This last one is by Lipstick Queen in the shade, when I was buying this on eBay, the shade name was Magic Apple. And I was like, ooh, like a poison apple. I love the poison apple. I love the poison apple this much. It's like one of my favourite things. But when it came on the box, it said Eden. And on the lipstick, it says Eden. So I guess the shade name is actually Eden. And therefore it shouldn't be included in this video. But it is a red lipstick. A true red lipstick, apparently. With like little flecks of glitter in there. I don't know if you can see them. You probably can't. Thanks, Samsung, for your terrible quality camera, or my whole phone. But yeah, it's like a sparkly one. Lipstick Queen, also not cruelty free. So this is usually £11, I think, but I purchased it on eBay. So what I'm going to do is swatch all of these on my swatching arm, and then show them to you, and then pick them and like go over them on my lips, and we can see which one we like best. And by we, I mean me. Okay, see you in a bit. So 2 of these didn't do what I thought they would do. The first one is obviously Smudge Me, the grey one. The other 2, that's Dark Magic in the middle, and obviously red lipstick, Eden, Magic Apple on the end. Those 2 didn't really do what I thought they were going to do, and I'm just going to do my tripod so I can show you a sort of a live swatching, if you will. So the grey one is actually really, really smooth. If you look how lightly I'm going to do this, it's just so creamy and just so soft and lovely. It kind of looks like a really good soft charcoal type thing, whereas the Black Magic one is apparently meant to be a glossy lip tint, not a liquid lipstick. And this one, although it looks super red, is like not hugely like dense in terms of colour payoff. You can layer it up, but it does just sort of look like a tinted balm. I've made a mess of my arm. Oh dear. It was so sheer when I tried to use it on my arm. I'm going to start out with this one. I'm not even entirely sure this is a genuine product. It looks pretty genuine from what I've compared it to, but let me know if you don't think that this is an accurate representation of the Lipstick Queen brand. So I'm just going to pop this on. Okay, so the like buildable cover of that makes it a lot less scary than regular red lipsticks. I have one from, I think it's like Essence, which is red, and it's in the shade Silent Movie, which is really nice, but it is so pigmented that you go slightly wrong and you just can't steer out of the mess that you've created for yourself. This I find quite nice. I can't see any evidence of glitter in it, although you can see it in the lipstick. It definitely feels kind of moisturising, slippery, not super matte, obviously. I don't know how well that would last with like drinking and stuff. I'm going to test it on this empty water glass. Not well. So that's not terribly transfer proof, although it makes no claims to be. But I do quite like that. Quite like the colour, quite like everything. It's a little bit orangier or corally than perhaps I was hoping it would be. I was hoping it'd be more of a bluey red. But I'm going to take that off and then I'm going to try on the grey one. The real MVP here is the micellar water because it's done my swatch arm up a treat. And it's also got rid of like most of the black eyeliner that I did on the back of my hand. In case you're interested, it's the Be Pure micellar water from Superdrug. Okay, that one was a lot harder to get on. It comes off the bullet alright, but I think obviously because it's a darker colour you have to like try harder to get it on your lips properly. I always find I struggle to get like the actual shape of my top lip, so I end up just putting a lot of it on my bottom lip and then just going and kind of try stamping the curve on and then filling it in. That's probably the wrong way to put lipstick on, but what do I know? I quite like the colour. It's a sort of navy-ish grey and not like a kind of cool toned grey. But it's also really creamy and it kind of tastes like vanilla cake batter, but if you just got like the powder for it out of like a Betty Crocker box and ate it. I do quite like the formula. I don't think this is going to be transfer proof either, but no, although I think it is less noticeable and maybe less of it came off. We'll see, but it's quite good. It's like sticking to the, I don't know what you call that, the insidey part of the lips, the eyelid of my lips, this part. So that's going quite well. Again, it's not really my colour, but I think it gives you a nice change from something that's like as extreme as black or super dark purple. And with that in mind, because I know I kind of have a moustache right now, but like this is just really good at removing this lipstick. It's just incredible. I'm enjoying myself immensely. I hope you know that. Okay, so this is meant to be like a glossy lip tint. I'm not sure what to do with this because, I mean, it's not a liquid lipstick, which I don't know what I'm doing with, let's be honest. You saw the last video. But I sort of know what I'm doing with those because I know what I'm meant to be trying to accomplish, but because it's like a lip tint, do I just put it on and then wipe it off? Or do I, like, leave it on but like a gloss? I'm confused. So I'm going to try this. There are no instructions, but there is a lot of Spanish. Hola! I'm going to try and sort this out. First impressions, it feels really sticky. It feels like if you ever used like the Sexy Mother Pucker lip gloss in Soho Glory, which I love. You might have seen that in one of my haul videos. It feels like that, very sticky and slick, and not kind of watery and runny like more comfortable lip glosses. It feels very almost like PVA glue. Oh god, that was way too much. It's also starting to tingle and sting exactly like a Sexy Mother Pucker lip gloss. Is this meant to be like plumping? I don't know. Say it was, but I mean, if I'd bought this on eBay, I'd be freaking out and taking it off right now, but I bought it from a shop. A brick and mortar shop! Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that is super uncomfortable. Like, it's even thicker than the Soap and Glory one, and because it's obviously quite a dense colour, you can't just kind of rub it around everywhere on your lips by rubbing them together. Oh, that's super stingy. Ugh, don't like that at all. Also, it looks like a light wash of beryl blue handwriting ink on my mouth. Like, literally like I've just eaten a pen and I'm expecting, like, ink poisoning to set in at any point. I don't like this. Maybe in a different colour, if it was, like, clear, if it was, like, a lip plumping gloss, but nowhere on this does it say it's meant to be plumping, so I'm distinctly concerned for my well-being right now, and I'm going to take this off my mouth. It's just my imagination, or if you can see this too, but my lips definitely look like a darker colour now, and they feel a bit more plumped up, exactly like if I like just used the Soap and Glory one. So I don't know if it's meant to be lip plumping and then it's meant to stain your lips a darker colour and then you're meant to take it off right away. I'm confused by this product and therefore I'm going to go Google it, so hold on one moment. YouTube, which is my trusty resource for anything from actual beauty creators. I've also popped on this Soap and Glory lip gloss just for the end portion of this video, which is Candy Queen, which is like a pale pink colour with little glitters in it. It does sting, but less than this somehow, I don't know. Apparently these make no claims to be lip pumping, so I don't know why it was burning. It was definitely not the micellar water, because I used that on my lips first to get the foundation off, then to get the lipstick off, then to get the second lipstick off, so... and then also to get this one off, and it wasn't burning after I did that, so I have no idea what was happening. But yeah, like I said, I bought this from a shop, so you would hope that this would be genuine. I did watch this lady on YouTube, whose video I'm not going to link because I'm going to say some kind of mean things. I don't know if she'd been paid, but she was like, oh, these feel really comfortable. They don't feel sticky at all. And I was like, this is the stickiest shit I've ever put on my mouth. And I use lip glosses quite a lot. You might remember this one, the Show Off lip lacquer from the last video. Also Soap and Glory one. I've used those for ages. This feels so sticky and just really unpleasant. You can like see like strings of it like sticking when I tap it like that. It's not the best. Also, I will say she swatched all of the colours in this collection, and some of them did look really nice, but the darker colours, specifically Dark Magic and this sort of plum coloured one, looked patchy as fuck. Like, it actually looked worse than when I'd applied it, and I think that's just because I put a bunch more on, which I shouldn't have. So I wouldn't recommend this in terms of the actual like colour that it comes out. It's also quite navy and not like a real purple one at all. And yeah, just quite patchy and not pleasant. And from what she said and from what it says on like other people's pages where they've just like copy pasted information from the NYX page, this says that it's meant to dry down as a stain, but after a couple of hours of you wearing it, and I don't know about you, but after a couple of hours of having put something on, I've had like 6 cups of tea and a sandwich, so I don't want it drying down into a stain. I just want it to look either dry down within minutes or not dry down at all. So that's going to be a no from Sarah. Not happy with that. These, however, I was quite happy with. I like the NYX Suede formula. It's a real shame that it's not cruelty-free. Because of them being owned by L'Oreal. Similarly, this Lipstick Queen one, because I bought this online, I don't know if this is genuine, but I do quite like the buildability of the red colour. I just don't like that it's slightly orange toned, but if you like orange reds, that's quite good, although again, not cruelty free, which is a bad thing. So the real standout things that I really enjoyed from this episode were obviously this palette, which I had a great time with. Although if I had taken it a bit more seriously and not just slathered it on my face, I'd probably be looking quite put together right now, but the blue is really kind of... it's distracting me. But I enjoyed myself. I feel like a pretty fairy princess, and that's all that matters because I wanted to feel happy, which is what I've accomplished. And thank you for sitting through this with me and hopefully being mildly entertained. It's always nice to like talk to you guys, and I kind of want you guys to think of me as just like a friend who'll just sort of sit in the corner of your house and chat about shit, you know, while you get on with other stuff, and you know, I'll just be there and you won't feel like you're all alone, because when I'm talking to you guys I don't feel like I'm alone either, which is nice. Oh, this got unaccountably deep. Anywho, have fun with your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!